some gas, y'all, and then we're gonna hit the road, sisters! Good morning, guys. Today is Monday. It is the second day of Forbes Under 30 and I am on my way to Cleveland, Ohio so that we can have a great professional development trip. I am currently getting myself together and I feel like I need to update you guys on what's going on because I haven't talked to you in like 12 hours. So literally 12 hours ago, I was outside and I was celebrating homecoming. And now I'm getting myself together to go to the Forbes Under 30 event. And I'm moving around way too much and I'm just like moving really fast and my body is like screaming at me. I'm actually feeling very nauseous right now, but you gotta keep shucking and driving because look, when you have Forbes Under 30 literally a couple hours away from you, you go, okay? So I'm not going to complain. I'm gonna get myself together, put my little bootstraps on and get to work. I'm so excited because this event is something that celebrates young trailblazers, people who are moving and shaking things in their respective industry. I'm just very excited to be in a room full of people that are young and just so inspirational. They had a concert last night and actually Mulatto performed, but I was still here celebrating homecoming here at Ohio State. And so I'm really excited to be going to this. I have no idea what is in store. I've never been to obviously this type of convention before. The last time I went to a professional development like convention, probably I was like in high school. I went to like the Science Bowl competition convention thing. Everything else has been like more on the creative end. I've gone to CultureCon before and I was actually supposed to go to CultureCon this year, but I opted out from going because my homecoming was the same weekend. Also had a funeral to attend in Cincinnati. So there's just been a lot going on. I've been up and down the road non-stop, but we gotta move fast, guys, because it's 6:53 and I told myself I was gonna be on the road by 7:30. My mentor, Dr. Cynthia Turner, I love her so much. Her sons are actually in the Forbes Under 30. So I'm really excited to see them speak on Wednesday. They're doing a roundtable about entrepreneurship and I just can't wait to hear their wise words and what they have to share about their journey. I think Justin was like 14 and they started making films and now they're like producing things. They produced a commercial actually for Little Baby. And so it's just so exciting to see how far they've come, where they've come from, and just to see that they're going to be able to take up space on a really large scale like this and they're so young is just so inspiring. And for those of you who don't know, I am Rikki Lee. I am a senior at Ohio State University studying business marketing and I own several businesses. I have a digital planning business. It's called That Life Planning. I have a boutique creative agency called the Rikki Lee Agency and I also am developing a creative consultancy. It is called Salt and Light Co. and I'm like really excited to see what that manifests into post-graduation. But I dibble and dabble into a lot of things. Content creation is my full-time job at this point. I do that solely alongside building out my creative consultancy because that's what I want to do. But I am not opposed to having a full-time job, working in corporate America or impact America post-graduation. So I'm just looking to really network with individuals that are working for companies that are forward-thinking and super innovative. And honestly, I am open to any type of role. It doesn't have to be marketing. I love working with people. I'm impacted by not necessarily numbers, but people. Like knowing that I've impacted people is really what drives me. So I'm really just excited to network with innovators and, you know, leaders in all types of industries at this event. And you never know who you might meet. So I'm just keeping my eyes open, my ears open, my heart open. And I just called my mom this morning and I was asking her like, what should my little elevator pitch be? Because my friends do such a phenomenal job of introducing me to people, but it's so hard for me to introduce myself to others, like, and speak of literally everything that I do. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of hard. I always like to be humble and like, you know, not brag too much about everything that I got going on. And I just play myself down, but in these spaces, you cannot. You have to be your own best friend and be willing to put yourself out there and speak of all the amazing things you do, because if you don't, who will? But I have amazing friends that do, and they always are introducing me to lovely people, and it's great. But I'll come back to you guys once I am ready. I wanted to show you guys real quick what my outfit is looking like for today. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do as far as top wise under here. I have a black bodysuit that goes up to my neckline that will completely fill in this blank space, so there's like no cleavage or anything. If I pin this right here, it still gives, and I'm going to tie the waist, so it'll be a little tighter around the waist, and it'll be giving that. I love this ombre blazer. Like, it's giving me she's a boss. Like, it's literally so cute. My bottoms are from Fashion Nova, I think. They're like the shape pants, and they just fit perfectly. But if you guys are looking for business casual attire or just like any type of really cute staples, don't sleep on Shein, because she's that girl. Okay. Also want to show you guys this other vest that I got. This is the other little vest that I got from Shein. I have everything linked below, but this one has a belt for it as well. Super duper cute. She's the moment. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to style this for day 2, but I think this is super cute. So I'm now in the car, packed up all my things. It's 8:14. I plan to leave at 7:30, but you know, things don't always go as planned. I am literally in love with this sleeveless puffer vest. Y'all, it's long and it also has a hood. Like, this is literally perfect for the fall. Like, I'm absolutely in love with it. It looks so chic and just fire. Like, you would think that this was very expensive, but it was not. I'll have it linked down in the description box for y'all. I have my blazer up on my seat because I didn't want it to get too wrinkled, because I won't be able to likely stop at the Airbnb before I go to the conference. But I just got myself a little sausage burrito, hash brown, and an orange juice from the Mickey D's. Good morning. Thank you so much. You too. I don't know what it is about this McDonald's by my house, but they have just like the sweetest people, y'all. They are so freaking sweet. It just warms my heart. I just came out with episode 2 of That Girl Radio, so if you guys aren't already subscribed to the podcast, make sure to do so. That episode was about securing the bag, building your identity capital, and I talked about a lift analogy and how every time you have an interaction with a person is both ways. Like, you have a perception of how you felt leaving that situation, and they have theirs. And it's very important that when you're dealing with people, you lead with kindness and you try to get a 5-star rating. Now, it's not in the vein of like trying to be a people pleaser, but it's just in the vein of trying to be a good person. And so I always try to lead with empathy and gentleness and patience and kindness, as God says in Colossians 3:12, because that can take you so much further in life. Like, you may not be the smartest in the room, you may not be the cutest, the baddest, the whatever in the room, but when you make people feel something, when you make people feel seen, when you make them feel important, when you make them feel loved, that can take you so much further in life than, you know, just looking good, looking the part, talking the part, you know, things like that. In the grand scheme of things, that really does not matter. So always leave not only a digital footprint, but a physical footprint that is with love. Like, every person that you touch feels loved and feels seen and feels at peace after they've interacted with you. That's my goal through and through. Every time you guys tap onto this channel, you're going to be spiritually, mentally, physically, all of that fed by the time you're done with my videos. So we're about to get some gas, y'all, and then we're gonna hit the road, sisters. Are y'all ready? I'm ready. Like, I'm so ready. I'm ready to get into my bag. I'm ready to meet these people, and I'm ready to just turn my whole life up. I feel like this event is going to change my life, and it's going to change yours too, because I'm going to tell you guys after every panel like the things that they're saying, and I'm going to take notes too. I have my iPad with me, so let's do it. It's literally like 8:30 now, so I'm gonna get there at 10:30. The event will have already started. So let's put in the address to the Airbnb. Now, to get us in the mood to win and to be a money magnet, we're gonna play some tunes that I like to listen to when I'm trying to get into my bag, okay? I do listen to a lot of Keith Blah. Every single song he writes, I feel like, is about financial literacy. It's about getting to that paper. And that's the type of tunes I like to listen to before I go into places. Mary is also a good vibe. Walking is always my favorite song to play before I have a big shoot or a big project that I'm working on that I have to show up to. It just gets me in the mood to walk in my purpose. But the first few lyrics of this song just hit different because I honestly and genuinely feel this way. You ready?
The money go where I go. Smoking on gelato. Foreign car swerving power. Bad bitch, she from Chicago. bitch, I'm in my bag, yeah.
Everything in the songs I don't agree with, y'all, but it's the principles of getting to that paper, getting to the money that, you know, I can relate to. It appears as though we are at the crib, so I'm so excited. I'm about to pull up to the house, unload my stuff, and then we're gonna be on our way to the venue. I'm literally so upset. I don't know what to do because I just freaking burnt a hole in it, right? Gosh. I'm gonna FaceTime my mom. I feel like she'll know what to do. Hey, mommy. I have a dilemma.
What?
I went for the first time in I don't know how long and tried to iron this and get ready. I don't know what to do.
Don't you have something else to put on?
I do, but I really wanted to wear this.
Well, there's nothing you can do about that, because that's a big old hole, ain't it?
Yeah. Can I
you do what?
fold this under
Let me see.
and tuck it in the back?
Yeah, you just have to fold it under correctly so that it looks like something, because if you don't, it's gonna be a disaster. You're gonna need to go underneath the bottom and fold it under good. And when you iron something, you have to make sure there's a lot of water in it, and then you have to press the steam button several times so that you get it wet before you iron.
I literally am so sick. I don't know. Tell me if this looks ridiculous.
No, actually, it looks like a shirt with sides.
Okay. This is why I steam everything, because when you steam stuff, you can't burn it. Y'all, the first half of the day has been really good. Got to meet a bunch of cool people. Downstairs is like breakout sessions, and they also have like networking space for you to just meet a whole bunch of people. So I've met a lot of people, but my feet hurt real bad. Real bad. So I'm about to go home. Luckily the Airbnb is real close, so we can change our shoes. I'm gonna put on some flats, and I'm gonna come back and go get some really good food. They have like a huge lineup of food trucks here that we can eat at. I went home and I changed my shoes because my feet hurt so bad, but now we're at Dave's Hot Chicken and we're getting food as well. Starving. And they have a food festival going on, but it's $30. I'll likely do that like tomorrow.
Self-discovery aspect of it, I'm really excited about. I think we all, as we get older, obviously discover ourselves more and more each year, but I've never felt it more than this year in my life, so.
Why do you think this is this really unique moment, or this is this transition time in your life?
You said why? I think one of the biggest things, especially if we're talking about my career, is, you know, I've been a model since I was 17, so for about 10 years now, and I think that kind of moving into the entrepreneurial side of myself that I always knew I kind of wanted to be in. So I think that that's huge in my transition. I felt extremely ready to be in that position. And then spiritually, I think those are some very personal things, but I think spiritually I've never felt, again, more myself and more like I've known myself more than in this moment.
Which is a really empowering place to be.
Absolutely, yeah.
In your life.
And I just got back to the Airbnb, sorted myself some food, and I'm gonna eat. There's a Forbes under 30 bar crawl here in Cleveland, so we're all gonna go to that. And it's really cold outside, so I have to be conscious of my fit so that I'm not freezing going from bar to bar. But this is like a very casual way of networking with people, and I just need to learn to get out of my own way and like stop like not speaking to people because I think that they don't, like, I'm not their target audience. If you know what I'm saying, like you look at someone and you're like, I'm probably not their person, I'm not their type of person. But I had one of the most beautiful conversations with this lady. Her name's Jillian. She sat next to me, or at least I sat next to her at the event, and we talked the whole time until she had to leave, and she invited me to this little event at this local bar that people are going to. And then she also told me that her husband works in real estate, and the developments that were built on the strip he actually was a part of, so he knows all of the owners of the bars and whatnot. And she was like, yeah, if you want to come, like, just whatever. So I'm really excited. She was super sweet. It was a very eventful day. I took notes in my That Girl planner because why would I not? I just used the little meeting note template and I wrote down some of the really cool things that people said. So I'm gonna go down the list of the things that they said. So work with intention and authenticity always. Surround yourself with the best and you will be the best. Stay lean for as long as possible. Make sure that there is a use for team members that you're adding on. If there isn't necessarily a need for them, then you might need to wait a little bit longer before trying to expand your team. And that's for startups. And then if you are a founder, and likely if you're an entrepreneur, you're a founder, then you need to read Jim Collins's book called Good to Great. It teaches you a lot about leadership. And also, someone who owns a multi-million-dollar fashion brand said that you need to be posting content like your friends are posting. The things that your friends are posting about the things that they love. Keep a very casual tone. Post things that people are actually interested in seeing. And I feel like that is what is going to grow your brand. As simple of a mindset shift that is, it was really profound for me because I think as business owners, we always feel like we have to be, ahead of the game and like making next level content and doing this and this and that in order to reach more people. But all he said was just post like your friends are posting, and it is performing relatively well for him, obviously, because he owns a multi-million-dollar brand. Another thing that I learned is that as much as people say business cards are dying, they're not. A lot of people wanted just my card because when you're at these places, like, yes, you have your phone out and you want to connect on LinkedIn and stuff like that, but it's nice to just have to not pull your phones out in the middle of you having a very organic conversation and just exchange cards. And that way you can keep the flow of the conversation going, because when you bring in the phones, I feel like once the phone comes out, there's sort of like a finality to the conversation. But when you just exchange cards, like, you can continue talking about whatever you're talking about. So just something as simple as like your name, what school you go to, what your like interests are. If you have a business, obviously your business on it, your LinkedIn, your phone number if you want to, your email address, like things of that nature, I think can go a really long way, especially if you brand them really well when you go into these spaces. So for me, this was a learning lesson. Next time I go to a networking event, I will definitely have business cards for myself, because I was always one like, oh, I don't need one, I'll have a digital business card, I can just give you my Instagram profile and that's that. But like, that's cool and all, but when you're having like very quick, speedy interactions, having a business card is key. Those are all the things that I learned from this is day 2 technically, but this is my day 1 of the Forbes Under 30. I'm going to be going to the bar crawl later on today. I'm probably not going to record that, so I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow at day 2. Good morning. Today is day 2 of the conference. Actually day 3, but it's my day 2. Today, Druski and a bunch of other panelists are going to be speaking. And also my good friend Justin Turner, who is one of the co-founders of Dreadhead Films, is going to be on a round table at noon. So I'm going to go attend that, and then I'm going to make my way back to the city. But first things first, I need to do some nose spray because my nose is so freaking jacked up. I keep sneezing, and I want to make sure I can make it throughout the day without falling asleep and feeling real drowsy, because if you have allergies, allergies make you extremely drowsy. Let's debrief on what happened last night, y'all. We went out to Brightside. Mind you, I don't know if I prefaced that I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, but we were in Cleveland, Ohio. We went on West 25th on a bar crawl. We only went to 2 bars. We went to Brightside and this place called like Beer something. And Brightside has an upstairs level and a downstairs level. The downstairs level was where the party was. So I was up on the upstairs level for a little bit, just getting drinks. Y'all know my drink of choice is a lemon drop. So I had myself a lemon drop, a shot, and I think a tequila sunrise. So I was feeling a little good. We had gone down to the party downstairs. It was packed, y'all, and they were playing really good music. Then from there, and it was a lot of black people, like so many black people. From there, we went over across the street to the beer place. That place had an upstairs only, I think downstairs is where the bathrooms were. But there was like a back section and then an outdoor portion. We went to the outdoor portion. There was a DJ out there. He was playing some good tunes, y'all. They were tearing the floor down, y'all, okay? Eating the girls up, doing their big one. I was laughing so hard. Like, I had so much fun. It was so lighthearted, and like everyone was just so nice and just genuinely welcoming and just warm. Like, it felt like I knew them my whole life and I was just partying with my people. So today my goal is to network with at least 5 people, because yesterday I only networked with one girl, really. Everyone else I talked to really in passing. I got their information and we exchanged things, but I had a very in-depth conversation with her. So I want to make sure that I'm continuing to do that and not just like continuing to hang out with people that I'm cool with, because that's the point. Wasn't to get closer to people I already know. The point was to make new connections. So I have to keep that in mind, not get too comfortable. Like, I just need to spread my little wings and have some fun.
Here I was really contemplating quitting comedy, moving back to Ohio, and just getting like a normal job. I'm still young enough to start over. You know, it's not a complete waste of time.
Well, what were you gonna do?
Oh,
the other job?
I don't know. Sell drugs. I don't know. Go to prison, be somebody's girlfriend. Who knows? Try and be a comedian.
Both of you found viral success, over the pandemic. I want to hear from both of you. What sparked that? Going from kind of obscurity to suddenly having thousands of fans, let alone billions of fans out there.
I mean, for me, it was kind of this past year that everything took off, and I was trying so hard on social media for years, which is why I feel like it's such an honor to be here and be recognized, because I think that, it can be inspiring for other people, because I really have a love for posting, and, I post 3 to 4 times a day, every day, and I feel like it was kind of a snowball effect and took off over time, but it was really this past year for me that made a big difference and got me to where I am today. But, just doing what you love and sticking to it, because, it's not always going to come right away overnight.
I think the whole time during the pandemic, that was really everybody's time to tune into everything I was doing. I know COVID had such a bad effect, but COVID was great for me, man. Outside of feeling like I couldn't breathe, shit. It just made everybody stay in the house and not so much coming on television because nobody's out recording stuff. So the main thing was everybody watching anything on social media. So I took that time and I just went full-fledged and didn't even